Hello, students, homeschoolers. Thank you for visiting Miss Kramer's art class. Today we are going to work over this substrate. It's a foam, expanding foam shape for a dessert inspired by none other than Weine Thiebauld. And in class, we introduce all the beautiful pastries based on complementary colors and paintings and art by our wonderful American artist, Weine Thiebauld. And we will talk about him more in class because we are very, very inspired by all the wonderful French pastries and all the art that Mr. Weine Thiebauld did. So right now, we're going to remember Weine, T-H-E-B-A-U-D, Thiebauld, okay? We're going to remember his name, and we are going to now learn how to make a sculpture, 3D sculpture inspired by Mr. Thiebauld's art. So what we're going to need is a little bit of clay, and we are going to actually separate the clay into we are going to make two different pieces like this into two parts. So step one, two parts. Let's separate the clay into two parts. That's step one. Remember that. You already got one base, and you're going to have two parts of clay. So step one, separate clay, two parts. And I have it in two parts now. Number two, make it a bowl. So we are making a bowl. So make a nice round bowl out of those two clay parts like this. It can be a little pointed. Sometimes it's a little pointed like that. That's okay. But basically like a little bowl like that. If it has a shape like this is fine. Okay? Number three, make a pancake. Make a pancake. Make a pancake. Okay? So we are going to now flatten it and spread it around about even on all sides, making sure that it's nice and even. And then I can put a base on top of my pastry. And I'm going to start folding the edges, which is step 4. I'm going to start wrapping my pastry in. Okay? Wrapping the edges nice and tight. I am actually pushing that in. It almost looks like a pierogi or some kind of pastry that is filled, that has maybe a gem in the middle. Okay? And with the rest of the clay, you can make a coil. So first, number step, let's write down, was wrap edges over foam base. And step 5. In step 5, we have this. Now we're ready to cover it with a coil. Take a piece out and start making a cone, and then turn it into a coil. Coil and cone, those are our two vocabulary words. Coil is a snake shape. So you're going to make a nice long snake shape. That's going to look like a nice whipped cream for our dessert. Make a nice long snake shape. If it breaks, that's okay. Just keep going. Make 2 of them, like for me. Just keep going from the middle and going out, spreading your fingers and making it a little bit thinner. Takes a little practice, but make a coil. A coil. That's step 5. So you're going to take that coil and you're going to go around where the edge is ended, where you wrapped it, right at the edge. And you're going to start wrapping around, attaching to the previous, and until you fill it with all coils all the way to the top. Like so. Perfect little dessert. When you have a little clay left, make a little bowl. And you're going to make a cherry on top. We're not done yet, but I'm going to write it down. 6. You're going to wrap coil around 7, make cherry on top. And on 8, we're gonna decorate with sprinkles. And you can also use pencil. And we're gonna make some textures. Textures, we're gonna do like this. So you're gonna cover any imperfections that are uneven, like this area is uneven a little bit. So you wanna put some texture in there to cover any imperfections and make it look all nice, very desert, like dessert, nice. Okay, you can put a big hole in the middle like that, or you can get a piece of nice decoration like a cherry that I've been giving to all the awesome nice quiet students, and you can put it on top like that, and that's gonna make it look so amazing. And don't forget, we have those extra sparkly sprinkles. That we have these really fancy diamond shape. These are called the diamond shape, I guess diamonds they call them, even though they're plastic, but they're from diamond painting because they glisten with light. They're gonna be nice and sparkly. And for the last step, you can add some of them one at a time, kind of picking them up carefully and putting them on your decoration, on your dessert as sprinkles. That they're gonna look very pretty. So take your time. Pick them one by one. They kind of stick to your finger like this, and then you push it in and make sure it's really pushed into the clay so it stays, so it doesn't fall on. Sometimes you can also roll it. When you roll it, it stays on the clay. When you put it on the table and then roll it around, it actually adheres really good. And that is going to be our lesson. And now is your turn, and these are the steps. Don't forget to follow the steps so your pastry comes out really, really cute. So step number 1, one more time, separate clay to 2 parts. Step number 2, make it into balls, little balls. Step number 3, make it a pancake. 4, wrap the edges around the foam base. 5, make a coil. 6, wrap the coil around and make a cherry on top. Ta-da-da-da, and we are going to be done. And now is your turn.